Was it Activision, the company that held the video game rights from 2000 to 2014? Or was it Insomniac? It's a question that I've seen swinging around the gaming community for quite some time now. Personally, I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man 2 and Web of Shadows, but I'm curious to know your thoughts. On one side of the table, we've got Insomniac, a studio behind the critically acclaimed Marvel Spider-Man and the recently released Marvel Spider-Man 2. Each studio has had its many triumphs and their own unique spins on Spider-Man. I've only ever played the Insomniac Spider-Man games because I was very young at the time of the Activision era. However, after a look back of what I've missed, I think it's worth talking about these two different generations. But today, in this video, I'll be talking about exactly which studio did better at making the ultimate Spider-Man game, and why. If we rewind our minds to the year 2000, Activision was holding the Spider-Man video game rights and were releasing various titles for the 14 years yet to come. Though during this time, Activision's games took us through a variety of Spider-Man's adventures, from movie tie-ins to original stories that took many fans, unlike myself, still fondly remember. One of the most notable titles from this time was Spider-Man 2000, a game that captured the web slinger in a way that had not been done before. It introduced the unique gameplay mechanics like web slinging, which became mandatory in the Spider-Man games in the future. This game was literally a love letter to the fans, filled with Easter eggs and references to the Spider-Man universe in the comics. Then, in 2004, Activision released Spider-Man 2, a game that was based off the hit movie. It took the web swinging mechanics from the previous game to the next level, providing a more accurate experience of swinging through New York City. It was an unforgettable next-generation game that left players wanting more games similar to this one. And seeing as how Spider-Man 2, the movie, is one of my personal favourites, then I would have loved to see this game in its prime. So, did Activision set the bar high enough with their Spider-Man games? As I'm about to go further into this question, remember to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with the web-slinging journey. But now let's swing over to the next generation of Spider-Man's gaming world, where I'm going to explore the next impact of Insomniac Games. Insomniac Games acquired the rights to Spider-Man in 2014 through Sony themselves, allowing the studio to make the next generation of Spider-Man games. While Activision played it safe, Insomniac took advantage of the technological advancements of their time, the PlayStation 4, to create a breathtakingly realistic New York City. Activision's Spider-Man games, while nostalgic and groundbreaking in their own right, were often held back massively by technological limitations of their time. They introduced the generation of players to Spider-Man, but the cinematic presentation and storytelling we've come to expect from modern gaming were absent, and we shouldn't criticize them for seeing it as they were held back. But still, the modern cinematography we've seen in the PlayStation 4 games is truly amazing. Insomniac Spider-Man games were told compelling stories that were linked to each other, with deep character development and mad plot lines that kept people like me very interested. Whether as Peter Parker balancing his everyday life with his crime fighting in Marvel Spider-Man, or Miles Morales stepping up to fill those heroic shoes in the 2020 sequel, Insomniac's storytelling skills have definitely shown through. And let's not forget the recently released Marvel Spider-Man 2 that literally came in straight in 2023. So while Activision set the stage for Spider-Man games, it seems that Insomniac Games were the ones that stole the show at the end. Their approach to gameplay, storytelling, visual design has not only redefined what a Spider-Man game can be, but has also raised the bar for super games in general. When Insomniac took the controller, they went straight into success with Marvel Spider-Man in 2018. Insomniac Games, the creators of Spyro the Dragon and Ratchet & Clank, developed an exceptional Spider-Man game in collaboration with Sony and Marvel. Who made the best Spider-Man games? Activision or Insomniac? Their games have been celebrated for their cinematic storytelling, fluid web swinging, and deep combat system. They took Spider-Man's adventures to a whole new level, though in the battle of just the winner, I would honestly say Insomniac Games has done a better job in the gaming industry. I'm not just saying that for nostalgia in any way, but looking over each game, you have to understand that Insomniac Games has handled the generation upshift way better than Activision. In overall, I believe that Activision laid the work and Insomniac built upon it and soared sky high. Insomniac's collaboration with Marvel led to the creation of original Spider-Man stories while staying true to the character's character and bringing us great games like Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales in 2020 and Marvel Spider-Man 2 in 2023. So what are your thoughts on the comparison between Insomniac Spider-Man and Activision Spider-Man in terms of generational shifts? Feel free to share your opinions in the comment sections below, and also if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, please hit the subscribe button and the like button.